Welcome to our kitchen here at the Tiny Oasis. I'm going to show you how to use the Cuisinart 2-in-1 coffee machine, which allows you to brew single serve pods, a full carafe, as well as how to use the over ice and bold options. Starting with the pod section, you'll notice a flip down shelf that allows you to insert shorter mugs, or you can lift it up for a full size cup or a tumbler. On the back end, you'll find the pod section's 42-ounce removable water reservoir. Now you can either remove to refill it or clean it, or just refill it in place. Now for the fun part, go ahead and select your favorite coffee pod. When inserting, you don't want to hold down and lift. You simply pull up on the lever and you'll open up all the way with ease. Then take your pod, insert and close the lid. You'll hear a click and that indicates you've closed it correctly. You'll then press on the pod button, but make sure that this nozzle here is always on brew. Clicking on the pod button will allow you to choose between ounces, and you have the options of choosing between 4 to 12. Once you've made your selection, hit the brew button. Now, if you notice that nothing happens and the light on the pod button turns off, that's probably an indicator that you don't have enough water, and you'll see that warning up on the LED display. The water reservoir has marked fill lines to help guide you, so make sure that you add water up to or above the minimum fill line, but don't go past the max fill line. Once you've added sufficient water, the coffee machine sensors will pick up on it and you should be able to continue brewing without any issues. However, if you hit the pod button and still nothing happens, you'll want to open and close the pod lid, and that should reset the sensor. Now press the pod button and then hit brew, and you should see a pulsing light, which indicates that your coffee is getting ready to be served. You'll then notice some steam start releasing and you'll hear some noises, and then towards the end of the brew, you'll hear an oxygen release noise, and that's your cue that your coffee is ready to enjoy. Now don't forget to remove and throw away your used pod. There's also a reusable filter pod. To use it, you'll want to remove this black pod holder and then insert the reusable one. If you skip this step, the reusable pod will not fit. When done, just replace the holder, ensuring the white arrows align. Now to brew over ice, go ahead and select your desired coffee pod, select the pod button and choose the ounces, and then press over ice and brew. But be mindful of how much ice you have in your cup, since the coffee will melt the ice, creating more liquid, causing an overspill. Again, you'll hear some noises, see some steam, and then towards the end, you'll hear the oxygen release noise and your iced coffee is ready to enjoy. Now for the carafe section, on the back end, you'll notice a separate water reservoir which brews up to 12 cups of coffee. Open the lid and add the water just like you would with any other craft coffee machine. Grab some coffee, and you can either use the reusable gold tone commercial style filter or a disposable one. Now, if using the disposable, make sure that you don't insert it into the reusable. It's either or. Remove the reusable and then place the disposable filter inside of the filter holder and add your coffee and close the lid. Now you can choose between a bolder coffee by pressing bold, the carafe and then brew button, or for a normal brew, just select carafe and then brew. You can unfortunately not use the bold option on a single pod. Well guys, I hope this helps. Enjoy your coffee.